What's up, nerds? We're your hosts. I'm Chad.
And I am Jake.
This week we are continuing our sponsorship and collaboration with Nordic Brew Pub. My bad. Yeah, there's literally a can right there.
We are also sponsored, as always, by Crybaby Craig's Hot Sauce.
So this week we're going to be talking about the first two episodes of Ahsoka, now streaming on Disney Plus.
We are also going to talk about the season finale of My Adventures with Superman, now streaming on Max.
Such a good boy.
Huh?
Said such a good boy.
Oh, sorry, what? Anyways, so let's get into it. This is the All Things Nerd podcast.
Nerd. Welcome back, nerds, to the All Things Nerd podcast, your weekly dive into all things nerd. Excuse me. Jake, how was your week?
My week has been eventful, but crammed into 2 days. Yesterday we had a little bit of not a scare, I don't want to say, because we want the baby to come. But yesterday we had to go to the hospital, as you know, I was telling you about it. And they decided yesterday that they are inducing Nicole on the 5th at the latest. So by the time our next episode comes out, my son will be here.
You'll be a dad.
I'll be a dad.
Terrifying.
It is terrifying. I gotta make some changes. Other than that, I bought a bass guitar. It's not here yet, but it will be hanging right there the next time you guys see me. Right there. So keep an eye out for that.
Woo!
Very exciting. All I need now is my drum set, and I have a full spiel going on here. And then some of you know, I didn't bring a jar down with me. Last week I showed you guys the cherries. I made some bourbon soaked cherries.
They're so good.
They turned out really good. You tried one yesterday because we hung out.
Yeah.
And then so I made some bourbon soaked orange slices as well yesterday, so that when I make old fashions, I can literally just take a cherry and an orange slice and add a little bit of bitters, and you're good to go. Don't even have to add the sugar cube because the sugar is in the orange and cherry.
Woo!
Yeah, really exciting. Oh, and then the printer. I mean, we can both talk about that. You can talk about that. Go for it.
Yeah, we got some stuff coming because we're going to start handling all of our merch production ourselves instead of doing some drop shipping and stuff like that. Just gives us a little bit more control over pricing as well. And yeah, so got a heat press and a printer, and
we can also start making more customizable things. When we order stuff online, there's only so much we can do with it. Now we can really print our own logos and whatever the F we want, and print them on shirts and hats and backpacks and
truly
whatever.
Have limited run items.
Yeah,
because
control sizes, custom. Hey, I need a double XL, and now we don't have to order them. We'll just have them here, print it, and get it shipped out to you ASAP. So
also make it a little more streamlined and go a little faster.
Yeah. Yes, this is very exciting. And then there's no third party payment. It'll just be to us and straight to you. So
yeah,
this is gonna be really cool. A little faster and hopefully very fruitful for everybody.
Yeah.
I am excited. I can't wait to do a couple practice ones. It should be here this week sometime. I think between the 29th and the 1st. So, then we can start fucking with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good.
How about you, Chad? How was your week?
Well, like you mentioned, we hung out a little bit yesterday. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
We no real agenda. We just hung out, listened to some music, made pizza. It was dope. was a fun
That
time.
was fun.
And then I had D&D last night, so from when we're recording Saturday night, which was a ton of fun. I have made it my mission that one of my friends that's also in this campaign, his mom has been a pretty big NPC, and my goal is I'm going to seduce his mom. Because why not? It's my goal. Even though I offended her and then she attacked me this last time. It was funny. I was the only one that took No, I was not the only one that took damage last night because we didn't have any combat. Steven, who's also in our other podcast, took damage because he wanted to try and
Seduce his own mom.
wanted to
Gross.
try and to drive a ship, and he failed on his boat handling skill and got knocked out.
Nice.
It was funny. Well, if you like this podcast and you like what we're doing, you can head over to buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. It's the best way to support this show. It's a monthly donation with different levels of giving based on what you feel comfortable with, but they all come with bonuses, behind the scenes. Some of them have member-exclusive merch, opportunities to be in a group chat with us. And our top tier also gives you the opportunity to come on the show and talk some nerd shit with us. Again, that's buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. Yeah. Speaking of, with our new merch setup that's coming, we also have a new website in the works. We've partnered up with Marty over at Digicat Tech for some marketing, growth, and website and SEO stuff, which is pretty sweet. So if you're in the need of any sort of websites or need help with marketing plans, strategies, things like that, reach out to Marty over at Digicat Tech. There is a link in our show notes for that.
And you'll see, based on when our new website comes out, you'll see based on our new website what he's capable of.
Yeah.
So, and that'll be really cool. Plus, keep an eye out for our new website that's coming soon. And with our new merch and that, I mean, it's a whole spiel happening. We're kind of not rebranding in any way, but we are redoing some things to make everything go a lot smoother and hopefully bring in some more nerds.
Yeah. In sad news, the SAG and writers' strike continues.
Just
Studios
fuck up our lives.
Studios need to fucking pay the people working. Okay? That's all it comes down to.
Yeah.
But if you'd like to give in any way, there's a link to the fund there to help them, the writers and the actors, not lose their homes, not miss bills and stuff like that, while they are fighting for better conditions for all kinds of artists. So check that out. Then you take the next one. I've been talking about some sad stuff.
Well, are we still doing we're still doing the Hawaiian wildfires, right?
Yep.
So, same thing as last week, we'll put a link down there. You can donate there as well if you're interested in helping them. I mean, it's sad. The whole thing is sad.
Mm-hmm.
But was it Floyd? I think it was Floyd Mayweather. Ended up he paid millions of dollars for people to stay in hotels and their food and stuff like that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Not that is enough to help the whole system down there, but
But it's helping
really cool.
the people
Yeah,
now.
I think that's dope. But yeah, we'll put that in the show notes. You can click there and donate there. Like I said, Chad and I will be donating, and yeah, definitely worth it. Help out your fellow people.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's the right thing to do.
But in amazing news, which
And
I think
about-
what you were alluding to,
People that don't like to help people.
yeah, we got our mugshot for Trump. It's pretty. It's the only problem with it is other than him looking like fucking the Grinch, is that it's not like really a mugshot. It's just a grumpy picture of Trump in like his suit and tie. Like
Yeah.
it's like, come on, that's boring. But I wanted to like we had talked about it and I was like, I'm gonna print it, frame it, hang it on the wall, but I don't want to because it just looks like a picture of Trump. He always looks grumpy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it would just look like I'm a Trump supporter and I'm not. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. Yeah. So fuck him. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's still funny.
It's still funny. We did lose some important people in the
Mm.
nerd world as well as our childhood. Um, so, RIP to Arlene Sorkin. Um, for those that don't recognize that name, she was the original voice of Harley Quinn in the Batman animated series, which was really sad
Mm.
to hear that she went, as well as RIP to Dan Green, big time Marvel artist. Um, did a lot,
Specifically for the X-Men, yeah.
yeah, for the Uncanny X Men,
Hmm.
and countless other things as well. But that was kind of like his
Yeah.
longest run, and a massive legacy. And then we lost Bob Barker. Yeah,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I
Don't
wasn't
do it.
going
Don't
to,
do it.
but he did die at the age of 99.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. I mean, 99 is longer than I would ever want to live. So, I mean, kudos
Yeah,
to you, man. But like, whatever. There in other sad things, which is not quite as sad because it's not death related, but we're getting a lot of movies and release dates for that kind of stuff getting pushed back. I assume because of the strike. So we're losing
mm-hmm.
Dune 2 was originally supposed to come out on November 3rd. Now it's pushed back to the 14th, I think. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, but we also get the Marvels sooner than we originally
yeah.
anticipated.
They kind of like swapped release dates
Yeah, which is cool. I think that the Marvels did it because Dune had originally bought out all the rights for the
for IMAX.
IMAX.
Yeah,
Yeah. So they were like, well, if we release earlier, we could have like IMAX, whatever. And then Dune was like, just kidding. We're coming out on the 14th.
yeah,
So they could have just stayed there and been fine, but whatever. We
yeah,
get it sooner. So I'm all for that.
yeah. And then we got a trailer this week for Rebel Moon from Zack Snyder.
Hmm.
This is his FU to Star Wars because he pitched this movie to be a Star Wars film, take place in their lore, but with, you know, all
An
unique
R rating.
characters and R rated. And they were like, no. He's like, fine, I'll do it
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Shink.
All right, bet.
It looks sweet.
Yeah. I am this look, I love Star Wars as much as the next guy person, sorry. Uh I think that this movie looks, it could be wrong when it comes out, it could be trash, I don't know. I doubt it because it's Zack Schneider. But this looks cooler than any Star Wars movie TV show that has come out since the original three, in my personal opinion.
It looks so cool.
Plus, I love Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
And he's very Charlie Hunnam has been very outspoken about not wanting to take big roles because he doesn't want to be like super like a superstar celebrity. Like he doesn't like people in his personal business and
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. This is a big fucking role. Like
Yeah.
like okay, that's going a little bit against what but I love Charlie Hunnam, so I really want to see what happens there. I
Yeah.
don't think he's like the main. I'm pretty sure the main character is shit. What's her name?
Well, I should know this. I
Did you say
just.
Ope?
Yes, I did.
Hold on, I got you say something. I got it coming up right here.
Okay. Um, that's what I was trying to do. Um,
I got Google open on my
Oh, that,
Sophia. Oh, I'm gonna screw this last name up. I'm so sorry, Sophia. It's Sophia Butella. She's playing Cora in the movie, and you would recognize her from a movie we just talked about. She played the mummy in Tom Cruise's Mummy movie. I think it's spelled Boutella. Sophia Butella. Does that sound like I'm saying it right, maybe?
sounds about right. She was also in The Kingsman. Um, the first one, she was the girl with the blade feet.
I didn't care for those movies.
Oh,
I don't remember. Sorry.
she was also in Star Trek Beyond.
Ray Fisher is in this.
Really?
Dope. Good for him. And thank you, Zack Schneider, for putting him in your movie because, you know, fuck what Warner Bros. Did to him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she is Jayla in Star Trek Beyond.
Yeah.
That's right.
I couldn't
I knew
remember
that.
her character's name. I was trying to pull that
Jayla.
up.
Yeah. Yeah. Jamon Hansu, Ed Skirrin. Skrine? Is it Skirrin or Skrine?
I
Ugh,
have no idea, but Carrie Eels
nailing these.
is in there as well.
Anthony Hopkins, Jenna Malone.
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins is the one that's narrating the entire
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah. Well, there's a shit ton of people in here.
Yeah, this looks so rad. Um, also,
Sorry, I got sidetracked.
in
Corey
my
Stahl is in it? I don't remember. What the fuck? Sorry.
I don't know.
I'm
But
looking at like the full cast right now. No, I'm just like, look at all these people.
like lightsabers are cool. The first time I saw a lightsaber, I was like, I want one. Zack Snyder's lightsabers, well, they're probably not called lightsabers, look cooler.
There's
Like
swords that are like,
glowing, and because it's like a plasma blade, you actually like see the air around it like burning and sizzling off from it.
very
It
cool.
looks so rad.
Sorry, I got sidetracked.
It's totally fine. And then also we got a new trailer, or a new trailer. We got a trailer for the Scott Pilgrim anime
Oh yeah.
series that's coming out, and it looks like everyone is coming back. Like all the same cast from the live action.
To voice their characters in this animated version of Scott Pilgrim, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Even like the big names, like Chris Evans is coming back. Like that's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Ugh. You want to take the next one because you're the one that showed me that.
Oh yeah. This is just something that I saw. I read about it and then checked on it, and it turned out to be true-ish because they don't actually show. But in the opening sequence of Blue Beetle, there's a part, if you can look it up, it's on YouTube. You can see that while Blue Beetle is on its way towards Earth, a green light hits it and like knocks it off course a little bit. The director of the movie has confirmed that that was a Green Lantern that did that, which is
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that is cool.
But it's just a light. You don't actually see like a person
Yeah.
hit it. It's just like a green like, and then yeah,
Yeah.
this is still cool.
Yeah. Because we know that we are getting a Green Lantern
Someday.
coming soon ish, whenever Superman Legacy comes out.
Yeah.
But
Oh, and then I'm so stoked for this. I mean, we don't have a trailer yet, so it's hard to really say much about it, but I can pull up the cast list. There is a movie called Nosferatu. If you know anything about that, Nosferatu cast. Here we go. Yeah, if you know anything about Nosferatu, it's like a Dracula movie. The original was in 1922, black and white. Very, very old. I saw it when I was a kid. Scared the shit out of me. I doubt that would be the case if I rewatched it today. But I'm really excited for the new one. Bill Skarsgård is in it. Willem Dafoe, Who the fuck else was that? I didn't pull it up. Sorry.
Yeah,
I meant to.
Bill Skarsgård is going to be Count Orlok, which is
Which
the vampire. Oh,
that's really how you spell it. For two. Yes.
Aaron Taylor Johnson,
Yeah.
isn't it?
2024 is it? It's got to be. Yeah. Bill
Yeah.
Skarsgård, Anya Taylor-Joy, Lily Rose Depp, Nicholas Hoult, Willem Dafoe,
Wait, Anya
Aaron
Taylor
Taylor
Joy, isn't
Johnson.
it too?
Yeah. This movie's gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's rated R.
I,
Doesn't have a rating right now.
I'm sure it will be based
Yeah.
solely on what the. We just have a poster, like a movie poster
Mm.
for it, and looks creepy.
I'm excited about it. I love horror movies. I know you're not as,
Yeah, but like something like that, I'm fine with.
yeah.
You know, so I'm very excited for this movie too, and I'm getting better with horror.
You did go see Evil Dead Rise with me. That was impressive.
Yeah, I'm.
And you agreed to go see The Exorcist with me. But you got to watch the first one.
Yep, I will.
But you can do that here with me. And it'll be okay.
Well, I can watch it at home with the lights on.
Yeah.
Because I know if we were to watch it at your place, you'd be like, basement, lights off, let's go. And I'd be
Yeah,
like,
the only window in my living room basement is about this big, and it's covered. So like, you shut the lights off down here, it
it's
is
dark.
yeah. But yeah, we should do it here. We can turn the lights on. We can go sit outside in the sunlight and smoke a cigar afterward or something.
Okay.
But yeah, but yeah, we gotta watch the first one. But you did agree to go see The Exorcist 2 with me, and I'm stoked about that. That
Yeah.
looks terrifying. I saw the trailer when we went and saw
Uh-huh.
was it Oppenheimer and
Yeah.
The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it was in both of those.
yeah, that looks. Whew. If you haven't seen it, I've said this isn't scripted, but if you haven't seen the original Exorcist, even for how old of a movie it is, it's terrifying. I stand by that today. That movie is terrifying.
I watched it when I was younger, and I have not watched it since.
Well, dude, when she crab walks down the stairs, oh, it's so scary.
Scared the piss out of me.
Scared the piss out of her. Did you mean to do that? Because right after she crab walks down the stairs, she pees herself.
Yeah, I know. I did not mean to do that, but
But yeah, that movie is fantastic. I'm excited. Anyways, back on track. Go for it.
yeah. And then later, well, I guess it's not September yet, but end of September, the Boys spin-off show, Gen V, comes out.
Hmm.
Looks cool. Don't know a whole lot about it.
Should be some. They said there's some crossovers, so we'll see like
I think even in the trailer,
Homelander.
we see A-Train in there as well.
Yeah. So there'll be like the boys will be in it, but this is about like the younger generation of, you know, affected. We're calling them affected now because they're not born this way. We know that now.
Yeah.
Affected individuals. Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be just as brutal, gnarly, but it's like also kind of like a X-Men kind of thing where it's like a school that they all go to. Yeah.
But it feels like New Mutants-y.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be bloody and raunchy and just the best fucking thing ever. I can't wait for it. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks sweet.
You do it.
Talk
Yeah.
about our
Sponsor number one.
sponsor number one is Nordic Brew Pub. We've partnered with them. They are a local brew pub in Monticello, Minnesota, so it's about a half hour northwest of the cities. They've got tons of great beer, really good food as well. But yeah, we have a partnership with them through the month of September, where if you go in and say that we told you about them, show that you are subscribed and following, your first beer is on us.
Yeah.
Um,
And they're already paid for it, so
yeah.
you just prove that you're subscribed to our podcast wherever, whether that's Spotify or wherever, and that you follow us on Instagram or something like that. And yeah, we'll buy you a beer. It's already bought. You just got to go get it.
Yeah. And they've got all kinds. Last week we drank their,
The
on the show, the berry wheat. I don't remember what it was
blueberry.
actually called.
Blueberry.
Yeah, blueberry, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the brew is actually called. This week is the Dank Wagon.
This is what you get when we go up
yeah, this
there.
is my favorite one that they have. It's a really, really good IPA.
Yeah. I am drinking out of a plastic cup because I am doing the dishes, but this beer is delicious. And Eminem, you can borrow that lyric if you want. But yeah, go up there, check it out. We also have talked to the owner about potentially hosting All Things Nerd trivia night up there, so we'll keep you posted on that. It'd be really cool to see all of your beautiful faces. And you can win some shit from both the brewery and from us when we do that. We'll keep you posted on that. We don't have a date yet.
Yeah, because they have like a weekly trivia as well, so it'd have to be something else that works.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, everybody. We are going to talk about Ahsoka, now streaming on Disney Plus. The first 2 episodes are out now. By the time this episode comes out, the 3rd episode will also be out. So go watch that. But we're going to dive into it.
Yeah, and spoiler alert if you haven't started it. But what are your first thoughts, Jake? Because I feel like our first thoughts were different.
Okay, well, it's hard for me because I love Rosario Dawson. So, awesome performance and everything. I'm really not. Or at least the first 2 episodes in, I have not necessarily taken a liking to the show just yet. The standard is pretty high with Mandalorian and stuff, and Obi-Wan. So my expectations were here. The show came out. It was kind of, to sound like a teenager about it, it was kind of mid. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it gets better for me, but that's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people, including you, are absolutely fucking loving this show right now, and
yeah,
good.
I think the main reason that there's that disconnect is this is just a continuation of Rebels. Hera by Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Sabine, I did not look up all the actors and actresses' names.
Ren. Last name is Ren. That was a joke.
Okay.
I got you.
I was like, I know.
Calm down. Calm down.
But, so it's just, and Thrawn being a part of it, all of it is just, it's the next chapter of Star Wars Rebels, but focused from Ahsoka's point. But I'm loving it. There's so many callbacks to the fans of those shows. Even the Clone Wars animated series with David Tennant reprising his role voicing the droid Huyang.
Huyang, yeah.
Who's a droid but worked alongside the Jedi at the temple, teaching younglings all kinds of stuff.
Whoa, what? Sorry, I pulled the cast list up in case we needed a reference. But the guy who plays Boba Fett is on the cast list for Ahsoka.
Yeah, for Captain Rex.
I didn't realize he was going to be in the show.
Yeah, because since it's live action, I mean, he was in Obi-Wan.
Yeah. No,
as
it's
well.
cool.
Yeah.
I just didn't realize till just now that he was on the cast list.
Yeah.
Dope. Sorry.
That's Tamura, right?
Yeah. Tamura Morrison.
Yeah.
Dope.
Captain Enoch is gonna be in this. Oh, okay. Um, sorry. I I'm loving it. The show has been what I would want. I mean, it's also really cool. Not just David Tennant coming back to reprise his role voicing Hu Yang. Clancy Brown, who voiced Ryder, Governor Ryder Azadi, made his live action appearance. I mean, also seeing Lothal in live action was just so cool, and getting a live action Lothcat, where it looks like for as many scenes as possible, they're using practical effects for the Lothcats, which is pretty sweet. And Ahsoka still using the codename Fulcrum, which was awesome. It's a big part of the show. Yeah, I'm loving it.
All right, McDonald's, take it easy.
With that being said, because fuck you, Jake.
Well, you said I'm loving it like 4 times. So like, all right.
Well, I can't have it my way, okay? So I'm just loving it.
That's funny.
Thanks. I'm funny, damn it. R.I.P. to Ray Stevenson, which
touching little tribute to him at the end there.
Yeah.
On the first episode.
Yeah, he plays Balin Skull, which he's not quite like a Sith Jedi. I think that they're actually going to truly like explore the concept of Grey Jedi in this show.
I would say he doesn't seem like he's like motivated by evil. Like,
yeah, it's just
maybe he's not like a full-on bad guy.
Self-preservation, basically. It seems like, but he does have a Padawan, Shin Hati, played by where'd she go?
Ivana Sakno. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry. It's spelled Sakhno, last name.
Yeah.
Ivana Sakno.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying that right. But I was telling you off screen that she is giving me major Laura Vandervoort vibes.
Yeah.
She looks like, I mean, no, I'm not in any offense. Laura Vandervoort is still very beautiful. I follow her on Instagram. But she's giving me a very young Kara Kent in Smallville vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. But what I noticed was that because she has like short blonde hair in the show, but she still has the Padawan braid like Anakin had and like the younglings would have, which is cool because that's another thing that leads me to believe that they're not actually like Sith. They're just kind of like a new order of Jedi that are...
They just love rat tails and they braid them.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And also they don't have red lightsabers. They're like an orange. Which means it's not like a corrupted kyber crystal, which is cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wrote down a bunch of stuff because I was nerding out during this. We get references to the Night Sisters of Dothamir. What's her actual name? Morgan something. Elizabeth Morgan.
Morgan Elsbeth?
Elsbeth, yeah. That's what I was trying to say. But she is, you know, at least a descendant of the Night Sisters, so she's... So,
you mentioned witches, and you're just more knowledgeable about Star Wars than I am. Aren't all Jedis technically witches of some kind?
Kind of. Like, so the Jedi... Or, let's put it this way. The witches
we need Marty on this conversation. Yeah. This would have been a good one to have him on.
Witches are able to, like, tap into the Force through, like, different means. So they're similar in the way that they're force sensitive, like Jedi are, and can wield the force, but it's through like different means where it's a little bit more like traditional witchcraft, and
Mm.
like having to like cast spells instead of just like wield it with their minds,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. Which is cool because when we first saw Morgan Elsbeth in, was that Mandalorian season 2? When we first see Ahsoka as well, she just kind of seems like she's like a warrior. We don't know a whole lot about her, but the big thing is they're trying to bring back Thrawn, who at the end of the Rebels TV show gets yeeted into deep space, basically transported to a completely different galaxy with Ezra, who is using the Force to convince the Purrgil, the giant flying whales that we also see in Mandalorian season 3, like through the
Mm-hmm.
Force jump,
Yeah.
or not Force jump, hyperspace jump, to take them away. So Ahsoka and Sabine are trying to find Ezra and stop Thrawn from coming back, and Morgan Elsbeth, with the help of Balin Skoll and Shin Hati, Ray Stevenson, and Ivana Sakno, sorry, are trying to bring back Thrawn. They even refer to him as the heir to the Empire, which is a huge nod to Timothy Zahn, who created Thrawn and wrote the book Heir to the Empire.
And,
Shit's wild.
Ezra Bridger, right?
Yep.
And then he's played by Iman Asfandi, um,
Yeah.
the handsome looking fellow.
Yeah, and we haven't seen him yet, but we know that Thrawn does appear, so I'm assuming that only means that Ezra will as well. But we've only seen like holograms, basically the message that he left for Sabine when at the end of Rebels.
Oh, apparently he's in that Will Smith movie that he won his Oscar for right after he slapped Chris Rock. King Richard. The guy who plays
Oh.
Ezra.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I just found it out myself. But anyways, that's cool. Wait, did he voice Ezra in the, because you said most of the characters are,
No, he did not.
no, he just looks the part.
Yeah.
Okay. He does look the part. Do you have a picture of him pulled up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nailing it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then, I mean, at the end of the first episode, Sabine gets stabbed with a lightsaber. A lot of people have been freaking out about it.
I did.
You did. I've seen, like, actual doctors, like, explain the different placements and why it, you know.
My freak out was different. How do I put this lightly? Her character is very well played. She's a very pretty actress. I think she's annoying as fuck. Her character doesn't make a lot of sense. Not that her character doesn't make sense, but her character doesn't make sense out of situations, and it bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I talked to you about it off screen, and I'll go on a rant about it, and I'm not going to. She's just not very smart, and so
It's a bummer because it's like dumbed down from how she was in Rebels.
yeah.
But I think it's just because she's been like in this depression for like 10 years.
Yeah, it's a little whatever, but yeah, there is when I was watching it, and she's gets in a fight with is it Shin Hati?
Yeah.
Shin Hati? Hattie.
I think it's Haiti, but yeah.
Beef Hattie. And they get in a fight, and like while it's happening, I was like, kill her, because I was annoyed by her, and she ends up getting stabbed, and I was like, oh, I was just kidding.
Did I just manifest that? I'm not finishing it because we've gone on this had this conversation so many times.
Ugh. Anyways, yeah, she got stabbed. It was enjoyable and scary at the same time.
Yeah. It was really cool. Hera, the green skin lady, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah,
Um,
Hera
Syndulla.
Syndulla,
Syndulla.
Syndulla.
Yeah. Her droid Chopper is fucking hilarious. They actually like put up subtitles for him because the noises that he makes are so close to actually like making words that you can understand what he's saying, which is hilarious because she's like chasing after a ship trying to escape with a hyperdrive, and Chopper's like, shoot it down. And Hera's like, I can't, because then it'll crash into the city and kill a bunch of innocent people. And Chopper's just like, and that's bad? Like, he's just a war criminal. It's hilarious. But we also got to see the Phantom Shuttle, which is sweet. I'm really hoping that we get to see the Ghost, which is like their full ship from Rebels. And then,
I guess my main thing right now is that I want to see more Ahsoka. The show's called Ahsoka, and it's been really focusing on Sabine, which is fine. I don't have an issue with that. I just, why is it called Ahsoka if we're getting 10 minutes of screen time per episode so far with Ahsoka?
yeah.
Like, give us more Ahsoka.
I think that we will, because the way episode 2 ends is Sabine like walking into the room with the mural on Lothal, which is shot for shot the last scene of the Rebels TV show.
Yeah.
And even the showrunners have confirmed that they did that on purpose. So the first 2 episodes already happened in the Rebels TV series, but we just didn't see it. So now from here, Rebels and Ahsoka are completely lined up.
Rebels, yeah.
Cool. Which was awesome. And then, because Sabine has her long hair, like, throughout the first 2 episodes, but throughout the entire animated series, she had very short hair. And we see her cutting her hair, and it was almost
in one swipe with a knife. I mean, man, she should
it's impressive.
Make some money doing that. Yeah.
But it was also like a nice nod to Kanan, who was Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character in Rebels. He has like almost the exact same scene before he sacrifices himself. So.
The Baphomet.
Yes. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan. And then the show kind of ends, or at least the episode 2 kind of ends with Ahsoka calling Sabine Padawan, meaning that she is accepting her back as her apprentice.
Yeah, which is sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I know I've said it a lot, but I am really loving this show because I really enjoyed the animated series as well.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm excited to see where it goes. Just because I'm not super impressed right now doesn't mean I thought the first like half of season 1 of Mandalorian was not that impressive, and I love that fucking show now. You know what I mean? So don't like take what I'm saying as like this show sucks. I haven't been pulled in quite yet.
Yeah. That's how I felt about the Obi-Wan series. Like the first 2 episodes, I was like, I was expecting more. I bet you were. Sorry.
Catch these hands.
Well, tell our listeners about our favorite sponsor of all time.
Our best sponsor. Anyways, sponsor number 2 is Crybaby Craig's hot sauce. It's a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes on practically anything. Listen up, we'll tell you more about it.
Hey, you nerds. Do you love spice? Supporting small businesses? What about enhancing the flavor of your favorite foods? If you said yes to any of those, our good friends over at Crybaby Craig's have the perfect solution for you. Crybaby Craig's is a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes perfectly with your favorite foods, adding the perfect amount of spice and enhancing the flavor of everything it touches. Started in Minneapolis by Craig back in 2012, Crybaby Craig's has become a Minneapolis and Minnesota staple in the sauce world. So head over to crybabycraigs.com and order yours today. All right, friends, now we are going to talk about episode 9, which is not the finale we found out, so sorry about that. We're sorry. Of My Adventures with Superman. Now streaming on Max. They're a good boy. Is she going in her little den?
She's just stretching.
Oh, big stretch.
Thanks.
Yeah, this show, I mean, when it first came out, I mean, we had high hopes for it, but we're less than enthused after like the first 2 episodes or so, but this show's gotten good.
Now she's in there.
Oh, cute.
Oh, no, and she exited.
Oh.
It's the freaking banner or the tapestry that's hanging there. Anytime it moves, she like freaks out. She's such a dork. Anyways, yes, this show is really, really good. Check it out. I mean, spoiler alert, because we are going to talk about this episode, but like you just said, I mean, I don't want to just parrot you, but yeah, started out slow, got really good. It's really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like an anime Superman, which is fucking dope.
Yeah.
I love that about it, yeah.
And it's kind of a unique take. I mean, it's still Superman, but how they're building Superman and like the villains and Task Force X and stuff like that. You know, it's not a cliche Superman animated show.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the other ones are all cliches, because I do still really enjoy a lot of the DC animated shows and movies, but it's kind of a fresh take, and I like it. Oh, so this episode was part 2 of 2 episodes. Strong.
Well, that's why we thought it was the finale, because it was part 1 and part 2, and we were like, oh, this must be like a 2-part finale, and then we just found out today that there's one more, and we were like, oh, okay,
yeah,
cool.
But I mean, the show is really cool.
Yeah, Jack Quaid plays the voice of Superman, which is cool. We like Jack Quaid.
I mean, he's all right. No, I'm just kidding. Love Jack
like
Quaid. I love Jack Quaid. I'm just
He's in a Star Trek TV show. He's in The Boys. He plays Huey in The Boys.
Yeah.
He's in this as Superman. I mean, he's in Scream 6, I think.
He was also in Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah, he was in Oppenheimer. He's in Oppenheimer. Oh.
And it looks like he's in 2 Star Trek shows. He voices the same character in Star Trek Lower Decks, which is the animated one. Nice. That's the one I thought you were talking about.
Gotcha.
But I guess he is in that as well as the same character.
Cool.
He was in Across the Spider-Verse. He was a variant of Spider-Man. I think Scream 5, because it just says Scream. But yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff, and
a lot of nerdy stuff too, which is awesome.
Yeah, he voiced Falcone in the Long Halloween Batman 2-part movie. Yeah, I mean, he's all over the place.
He's also the son of Dennis Quaid, if nobody knew that.
Yeah, and who's his mom?
Was it Meg Ryan? It's Meg Ryan.
I believe you right off the bat from that.
I think it's Meg Ryan, which blows my mind that Dennis Quaid ever got with Meg Ryan.
Oh,
Am I wrong? Am I right?
uh, it just
You're the
has
worst.
his new wife listed on IMDb. Dennis
Meg
Quaid.
Ryan. Dennis Quaid, father, mother, Meg Ryan.
Okay. Yeah. Um, and yeah, cool. Cool.
Anyways, yeah.
But the show is a lot of fun. You know, he still doesn't know a lot about himself. I mean, he kind of got a
He bitched
glimpse.
he bitched out in the first episode. He could have found out who you. I assume that will maybe be like the cliffhanger for season one. Is at the first episode of season one, his parents show him the ship that he landed in, and as
Mhm.
he turns it on the ship, he sees like a hologram of Jor-El, his father. He gets scared and bitches out, and then he has yet to figure out where he's from since then. And I
Yeah.
am imagining that's going to be our big cliffhanger as he's going to go there and actually sit through that spiel. I
Yeah.
said spiel a lot this episode.
Spiel.
Spiel.
Glockenspiel. Um, Also, we've been seeing the general um, throughout as part of Task Force X, as well as Amanda Waller. Um, we have a kind of a new take on Slade Wilson. Um,
He's not Slade Wilson. Remember? I just told you this yesterday. They name dropped him finally, and he's Sam Lane.
no, but there's Chris Parnell voices Slade Wilson.
Have they showed us Slade Wilson? Oh yeah, they did. They
Yeah,
did. They did.
but
My
he
bad.
still
My
had
bad. My
both
bad.
eyes
Hmm.
until this
He
episode.
loses, yeah, until this episode. You're right. My
Yeah,
bad. My bad. But yeah, the originally we thought the older general, which they hadn't named up until this episode, was they just kept calling him General. We thought that was Rick Flag.
yeah,
It turns out that it's Sam Lane, Lois Lane's dad.
yeah.
Yeah.
And this two-part episode was called Zero Day or Day Zero. One of those. Those are the only two words in the title. So I should not be this confused about what it's actually called. Um, but I guess that is from when Superman's ship crash lands and basically the Kryptonians were coming to invade Earth, probably for its resources. And then we don't actually see Krypton explode, but there's a giant explosion behind the Kryptonian ships, and then their portal closes. My guess is it was because Krypton got destroyed.
I also imagine that it's not the Kryptonians that are trying to invade, that it's someone, either Zor-El, which is Jor-El's brother. We know him as Kara Zor-El's dad.
Hmm.
He was bad. Or my popular, I'm the only one who's making it popular. My popular theory is that it's Brainiac. Because we haven't seen any other Kryptonians. We just have
Right.
heard that other Kryptonians were there. But Kryptonians in general, other than like Zod, Zor-El, or Brainiac, who is not actually Kryptonian, is just
He's like an
the
AI.
brain interactive construct, yeah, are peaceful. So
Yeah.
I assume it is one of those bad guys, which would set up the new bad guy for season 2. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I really like the show.
for an animated, kind of kid friendly, because they don't really show a lot of blood or anything like that. Um, Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah, they really don't show any blood. It's more just like
some
bruising.
bruising and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really no blood or anything.
Yeah, but it's really good.
It's pretty dorky. But if you're into like the nerd genre like we are, the show's dope. Check it
Yeah.
out. I mean, I don't know what they're only like half-hour episodes. There's really not a lot we can talk about other than like reading the script to you.
Yeah.
So like, just go watch it. If you don't like it, fuck you. Um,
If you
if
don't
you
chew
don't,
Big Red, prune candy.
yeah, I think that's a good time. Let's close it out. But before we close out, as always, we are going to talk about our honorable mentions. Chad, what do you got?
Not a lot this week. Nothing spectacular, really. I did finish season 3 of Superman and Lois. Um,
I haven't finished it yet, so be careful.
I'm not gonna go into it. Just that this episode felt, and we talked about this off camera, that it feels more like a Hallmark show that just happens to have Superman in it,
Yeah.
and not as much like a Superman show as the first 2 seasons did, which is a bit of a bummer. But I still like the show. I just wanted it to be a little bit more Superman-y.
Yeah.
Um,
It
and
is called Superman and Lois.
yeah, but there was also that show, Lois and Clark, that back in the day that felt still like a Superman show. Ish.
Mm.
Ish.
I watched that show and it was very drama-esque,
Yeah.
like daytime drama.
Well, I mean, look at the guy that played Superman.
Yeah, Dean Cain.
Yeah. Also, just historically not the best person. Um, he's a big Trump supporter.
Oh no, I was just
Oh.
laughing at my dog. Sorry. Yeah, I don't give a
But then also, I finally started watching Community. I've been meaning to
Yay.
for a long time, and then we were talking about it, and you're like, I'm surprised you haven't, because it's very nerdy.
There's a lot of D&D references and stuff in there too.
Yeah.
I assumed you would have been all over that. So
Yeah, I never got around to it, but I started it. I'm only like 6 episodes in. I haven't watched a lot of it, but it's funny.
mm-hmm.
What about you?
That show quite a bit. Well, also Superman and Lois. I'm not done with it yet, but I am annoyed with it as you are. It is very not about Superman for a show called Superman. At least this season has
Yeah.
been. Yeah.
This Superman has been the Ann Lois
My
part.
my girlfriend, yeah. My girlfriend's the one who was like, "This is like a Hallmark movie," and for my girlfriend who very much likes like
Hallmark movies?
yeah, like rom-coms and like that kind of thing, for her to say that is kind of a bummer. um, she's out of my league. We watched. I've seen it before, but Nicole hadn't seen it. It's a very funny rom-com with Jay Baruchel,
Mhm.
Alice Eve, and T.J. Miller is in that. Kristen Ritter is also in that. It's very funny, raunchy. It's like a rated R rom-com, but it's fucking hilarious, dude. I love that movie. And then What We Do in the Shadows. That's one that we're watching weekly, and it's very fucking funny, especially this last episode, which has the Baron in it, which I was talking to you about. The guy who plays the Baron in What We Do in the Shadows also played,
Bill-
did I say it was a Billy? Billy, I almost said
Yeah.
Bill. Billy from the Hocus Pocus movies. He
Yeah.
reprised his role in the second one, so
Yeah.
it is him in both movies, yeah. If that's the zombie that had his like mouth sewn shut. Yeah.
He's also
Pretty cool.
known to play fish people in movies like The Shape of Water and Hellboy 1 and 2.
Oh, he was in both of them. I was like, was he in the second one? He was, yeah. You're right.
And the weird eye guy from Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth. That was him?
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
It's
Wow.
he's very tall and lanky,
He
so
is, yeah.
he
I was
kind of gets
Look
those
him
roles.
up. Look him up. Look up a picture of him while we're talking right now. Because look up a picture of him specifically in What We Do in the Shadows recent episode. He looks like, and I'm not saying he himself as a actor looks like, but in this character, he looks like Lois from Superman and Lois. And I said that to Nicole, and she got mad at me because like I've been ragging on Lois quite a bit, but
Oh yeah,
right? I'm not crazy. Like he actually looks like her.
yeah.
Yeah. That's weird. Insert photo.
I just love pictures of him like where he's not fully human and like still very vampire batty, but is wearing like
Yeah.
New Jersey Devils hockey hat and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah, he's a funny character, but yeah, I was literally like, I was like, dude, he looks like Lois. And like we had just watched like Superman and Lois, and Nicole was like, you're just being mean. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be mean. He actually looks like Lois. Like
I mean, even him like just as an actor, like his face
What's his
shape and
name?
everything.
What's his name? I'm gonna look him up right now.
Doug Jones?
Oh, that's easy enough. Don't even have to ask for spelling on that. Oh yeah. All right, let's see. Oh.
What?
He looks like Lois, dude. That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Not like in a mean way.
No, not to either one of them. But wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. Yeah. Holy shit, yeah, he's been in a lot of like creature kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think if I remember about this actor, he has like a disease.
Oh.
As to why like he's so lanky and stuff like that.
He's also, even though they voiced him after what's his name? Morpheus. What the fuck's his name? Morpheus from The Matrix. Huh?
Lawrence Fishburne?
Lawrence Fishburne, the voice of, but this guy was the
Silver
face
Surfer.
of Silver Surfer.
Oh.
That's fucking amazing. This guy is awesome. How
Yeah.
did I not know that?
He was also in, is it Legion?
Oh, the X-Men type of show.
No, the movie with Paul Bettany.
Oh, he was in that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
as a small part, but he was the ice cream truck dude that like unhinges his jaw, screams, and then like crawls all creepy.
That's dope. Holy shit, man. This guy is all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I knew that. I feel like a dick for not knowing that. Some zombie credits. This looks very oh wow. Okay, anyway, I'll stop researching stuff while we're recording. But yeah, I that was the other one that we did for our honorable mentions. And then yeah, so that's about it.
Sorry, I did not stop searching.
Yeah, I can tell.
No, I haven't watched the most recent episode of What We Do in the Shadows, but I'm loving this season. It's hilarious. That's probably what I'll watch tonight. But for our listeners, if you like what we're doing and want to support us, again, the best way to do that is to go to buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. So, you give us your money, but like on a monthly basis, and you get a lot of cool stuff in return for it. If you don't want to do it on a monthly basis, I mean, lame, but you can just give it back. we do, even though we're working on a new website and kind of migrating how we produce our merch, we do still have merch for sale on our website. That way it's like a one-time payment. You still get something out of it, but it helps us do bigger and better things. We don't profit anything, and in just the past couple of months, we are outnumbered by unpaid interns. Well, we're all unpaid here. But yeah, we'd like to pay the people that are helping us. And we like doing big things for our listeners and viewers. If you don't want to give us your money at all, totally understand. Still a little lame. But if you like, share, subscribe, tell people about it. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Wherever you get your podcasts, give us a 5-star rating. It helps. All of that helps. And we really appreciate it because we have a lot of things that we're trying to do. And if more people are seeing it, that's better. And this has been the All Things Nerd Podcast.